So you're thinking about moving to Orlando, Florida? Well, hold on. If you've been doing some research, I'm sure you know of many of the pros, but there are some cons, and especially if you're moving from California, New York, Texas, Illinois, and that's where the majority of the people that we're working with right now are coming from. And I wanted to dive into some of the cons in this video so that you're well prepared before you actually make the move here. And we're gonna get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Orlando, Florida, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Orlando. My name's Danny, and me and my team, we get calls and emails every single day from people just like you that are looking to make their move to Orlando, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even schedule a Zoom call, all in the description below. We are happy to help you make that smooth move to Orlando. So as I mentioned, we are covering the cons that will shock you after moving to Orlando, Florida, and I'll tell you what, there's some good ones in here, but we're gonna go ahead and start out with the most obvious one, and it's the traffic. So the traffic, as you would expect with Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, and all the other theme parks that we have here, our traffic situation near those areas is not the best. Tourists, they come into town, they're not used to driving in Florida, they make mistakes. We just have to have patience when we drive around in those areas. But keep in mind, a huge percentage of Orlando's economy actually depends on tourism. So next on the list is the weather. Now it's hot, it's humid. During the summer, it rains almost every single day. Thankfully, it typically only rains for about 30 minutes to an hour. And if you didn't know, Florida is actually the lightning capital of the United States. On top of that, I'm sure you know we do get hurricanes. However, I do want to say that Orlando doesn't really get hurricanes as bad as the Gulf Coast or the Atlantic Coast. I would say since Orlando's in the middle of the state, normally when hurricanes reach here, they've died down a pretty good amount. Even though some may see the weather as a con, you know you can go to the beach, I would say at least 9 months out of the year. And even during the winter, sometimes you'll get 2 to 3 days that the weather is in the 70s and 80s, and it's absolutely perfect. So next on the list is the bugs and the wildlife. Yes, we have mosquitoes, ants, and these really special bugs that come around twice a year called love bugs. Here's what they look like. And they can be quite annoying because they will be all over the front of your car. And what I'll say to that is just make sure that you have the bug spray ready. Something else that we have here that I've seen many people up north get scared of is the alligators. Yes, we have alligators here, and they're almost in every pond and most definitely in every single lake in the entire state of Florida, I would say. What I will say about the gators is that if you leave them alone, they usually don't mess with you. And a quick tip on gators though, if you do see a gator approaching you, it's usually because someone has been feeding it. So in that situation, if they're approaching you, make sure to just move away. So here's one that really gets people moving from other states, the wages here. The wages here are less than in many other states, but that also comes with lower cost of living. As an example, sites have mentioned Orlando's cost of living being about 30% less than New York, which is huge. And since COVID, remote work has really changed the income issues for a lot of people. So you can have that high paying job from another state, move down here, enjoy the lower cost of living. To me, sounds like a match made in heaven. Now, here's the final con for this video, and I'll also pair it up with the pro, that way you can see two sides of it. Orlando, Florida, along with the entire state, is flat. So there are no mountains. You won't be going on no mountain hikes here in Florida to look at some beautiful mountain views. What I can tell you is this: you will get some of the most beautiful sunset views that you will ever experience here in Orlando and in most cities of Florida. I actually just went on a quick 3-day vacation, and here are some of the sunset views that we experienced. It was amazing to say the least. So that pretty much wraps up this video on really what I consider some of the biggest cons of moving to Orlando. But just like any place else that you're going to be, there's always going to be some negatives. However, if you look at the good sides or the positives, there's something that kind of balances it all out. And if you really think about it, you know, those cons in reality are not really all that bad after all. I wouldn't be too concerned about the weather. After all, there's a reason that we are called the Sunshine State. I hope you found value in this video, and whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even schedule a Zoom. We'd love to meet you in person, you know, on Zoom, and to get to know you a little bit better. We'd be happy to help you make the smooth move to Orlando. So with that, well, we hope to see you around town. We'll see you on the next one.